Hi everybody, we're in the last section now, which is tracking. We'll leave the Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics tracking for the intermediate course or one of the other courses. We have plenty of training material on that already. To complete the whole decision tree, obviously you need tracking. So I'm going to just work with the Facebook Pixel one. Seems to be the most common traffic source that people are using. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So tracking works at 3 levels. First is Google Tag Manager, which you won't look at here. We're just going to look at the node level tracking and the account level tracking. So if I want to look at, let's say if there's a pixel that I'm using that I want to use across multiple decision trees, then probably the best place to put it is over here under admin scripts. And I can go ahead and just put in script right over here above head. I'm just going to copy and paste my Facebook pixel, just a test pixel I created. And I'm just going to call this Facebook pixel and save, and that's done. So there you go, right there. So if I want to use it, I can go ahead into my decision tree, go over here to scripts, and it's available right over there. Okay, so I can just select that, just make sure that's selected. And that's it, which means now the Facebook pixel will be firing on every node. The other way to add Facebook pixels is right over here under the decision tree scripts, and I could do the same thing. Above head, I could put the Facebook pixel over here and copy and paste. So that's the second place that I can put it. So pick one of the methods. Either you put it globally and apply it on every decision tree, or put it at the decision tree level. Obviously, there's no need to put both. Otherwise, you'll be duplicating your pixels. All right, so use one or the other. I'm just going to use the global one, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel. But if you save it, it'll appear over here. Right, now go ahead and just save that. Okay, so that's the pixel has been placed. Now if you want to track the event level tracking, so I'm just going to go over to help here. And this is where you will be transferring data at each answer back to Facebook. So tracking. I'm going to go ahead to complete guide to tracking analytics, scroll to the bottom, and I'm going to find my Facebook standard event right there. That's to fire on each node. So I'm going to go over here and put this over here. So this node level tracking on exit, it's a script, call it Facebook. It's not pixel, it's view content event, and copy and paste. You can read about how the whole thing works over here, but basically what we're doing is the underscore C fields are replacing values and then pushing it into Facebook. So underscore C DT is decision tree, that's node, that's question, that's answer. So you can use the same code everywhere, and LeadsHook will get the values in context of the node that you're on. So it'll replace that value over here and push it through. Right, so that's the view content event, which means you'll be able to see who's ended up on what page. Now I'm firing at exit, but you can also fire it on entry. Right, so obviously on entry, it is not going to be able to push answers because no one has selected the answer yet. So an entry would be they've reached the node. Exit is what answers they've selected on the node. All right, so that's just to give you the example of entry and exit. All right, go ahead and save that. And I'm going to save and exit. So do the same thing over here. So it makes life really easy because all you're doing is just go ahead and just copy and paste that. And LeadsHook will automatically replace the values. All right, so Facebook view content event, save and close, save and exit. Obviously going to put one on this side as well. So every node, as the visitor leaves, they will end up firing the script and the answer will be pushed through into Facebook. So view content event, save that. Okay, so now comes the form. If you want, you can fire it on the form as well. You can fire it, which means they reached the form. And let's say if you just want to track that they got to the form okay, then you can do the same thing. Facebook view content event, add enter and make it script, and just go ahead and paste that. And LeadsHook will still fire away what they obviously there's no question and answer over here. So what you could do is have your form value will go over here. So you could just either remove these, so you can remove these, or just leave them here and it'll probably just duplicate the value from one of the other ones. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and put that in, save and exit. So you replace it in all of them, and then obviously the results page, the final results page, where you will put the lead event, which is if I just go back over here and I'm going to grab the lead right there. So now I'm firing upon entry. They've reached the thank you page, and we want to let LeadsHook, you want to let Facebook know that this is the lead event. Replace the dollar value here if you want to use that, and this is going to be Facebook lead, and that's it. Right, so save and exit. I'm not going to replace it for all of them because obviously you'll go and replace or add it in all of the nodes. This one here is men and type B. All right, so men and type B is where I've added my values in. So I'll make sure we go ahead and track that. I just think I've got, yep, that's it. So save and close. So now my values have been placed in. I've got my pixel added at the decision tree level. I've got my events added at the node level. That's so one final thing to do, publish. And go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to verify that everything is firing as expected. We're going to grab the direct link version. I'm going to copy this, go over to incognito, replace that, go to view, developer, JavaScript console. And what we're looking for is you need to be on the network tab when you do that. All right, this is it's a little bit technically or a little bit techie stuff here. Nothing overly too onerous. Just follow the instructions. Fire away. After opening this up, it's going to load up the decision tree. Don't worry about all that because obviously we're sitting on a dark background is why you don't see anything here. So what we're interested in is Facebook, and let's see if it fired. Okay, so we're checking for firing. I'm not a big fan of the pixel helper. I found it to be buggy at times. I prefer to look at the data itself, and this way, because essentially the Facebook pixel helper is looking at this actually. So you can bypass it and just go straight to the source. Right, so we've got a page view firing right over here. Let's see, it's firing my pixel ID right over there. It's page view, perfect. And the error status is 200. 200 is the green one, which means that everything has worked quite well. So now I'm going to go to the next one. So I'm going to clear this out so we don't, and let's go to the next node. And now you're going to see that Facebook has fired the view content event as well. So you can see that there you go. So it fired the view content event on the previous node's exit, right? Because I pressed, so you can see that it's given the that my using criteria has been replaced. So now when I press men or women here, it's gonna go ahead and fire the view content event for this one. So I'm gonna clear this out, and let's pick woman, and therefore there you go. There's view content fired again. And once again, it's a 200 status, which means everything's fired. Go right to the bottom, you'll be able to see the values. There you go, right there. The values have already been replaced, and that's been pushed through into Facebook. Right, so nice and simple. And similarly, if I just go type B, I should get a form. I'm just going to put down Nick and just a test one here. And let's just clear that out so I can show you the lead event firing as well. And I think the lead event fired, but it because it replaced the page, it subscribe, click. Let me just make sure that is correct. Let me pause the video now. Yeah, I know why I didn't fire, because I had picked women rather than men. So yeah, I picked the wrong direction. I went down here again. There's no pixel here. So let me test this again. So I've just made some changes. Go ahead and publish this. And let's redo the test. All right, let's go ahead and just delete that. There you go, view content. I need to go men, and that's fine. Type B, yep. Right, so before that happens, let me just clear this out. So which means now I should see the lead event firing. There you go, right there. The lead fired, env equals lead, 200 status, which is it fired, everything's fired well. And if I just scroll down, I should see my values replaced right there. There you go. Awesome. EV is event and it's lead. Right, so that shows you how to confirm that everything's firing. You're pushing all your node level answers, which means now you can go ahead and create custom audiences and lookalike audiences and custom conversions and all that sort of stuff using event data. We do have all that training available in our knowledge base on what to do. Otherwise, if you get stuck, please send us a support ticket. Right, so that basically concludes the test tracking, and that concludes this basic course. So it's basic in the sense that it covers only a small fraction of what you can do inside LeadsHook. But even though this event tracking stuff that I've just shared with you is something that hardly anybody uses, so you're immediately giving yourself a phenomenal edge by being a user of LeadsHook. So that concludes this mini course on the basic features of LeadsHook. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if there's anything else we can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out. There's many more training programs coming out to share much more advanced use cases of LeadsHook, and for that, please go to our training portal and you'll be seeing many more courses there. All right, thank you, and bye for now.